Hello, Gage into Chaos. It's your pal Gage Greenwood. How you guys doing? We're about to head into the new year. Most of you will probably watch this video after the new year, but I'm sure you're all at a place where you'd like to set some new goals. Doesn't matter when that is. I started mine in August, so wherever you are, whenever you're getting into this writing game and you want to start some new goals, I think that this video is going to be very helpful. I'm certainly not an expert on goal setting. I'm not even an expert on writing, but I think you can find some of my story a little bit useful when you're setting your own goals. So let's check it out. So I'm going to do a little bit of a 4-month update here. If you find this story useful or informative or fun or engaging or whatever, please hit like and subscribe. I'm really trying to develop a nice community here of people who are just trying to go get it. And if you're a writer who's about to put something out into the world, please mention it in the comments. Don't post a link, because people who have been doing that have been having their links removed by YouTube, and I don't want to see that happen to you. So just tell me what your series is or your story, and maybe I can look it up and see if I dig it and give you some support. And I always love when people check out my series called Winter's Myths on the Kindle Vella. Please go look it up. I'll put a link in the description. It's a cool story. It's got some horror, it's got some fantasy, it's dystopian, it's an adventure, it's a lot of different things. But here's my tale, guys. 4 months ago, I was sitting at home. I'm a 42-year-old, so I started this YouTube channel. The YouTube channel was designed to be around the idea of me having 3 goals that I was going to complete in 1 year. And I'm at the 4-month mark right now. And where am I at with these goals? Well, let's see. I wanted to write and publish a novel, and I'm writing consistently now. I have 2 short stories published, and I'm publishing 3 episodes a week of a serial, and I have done that. I've stayed consistent with that, and I've kept moving forward with it, but I am not very close to finishing my novel, which was the original goal. My number 2 goal was to run a 5K in under 30 minutes. I ran my first 5K about 3 months ago, and I did it in 38 minutes, so I was about 8 minutes off, which sounds like not a lot if you're not a runner, but if you are a runner, it's quite a bit of time. And since then, I have not run another 5K. I almost did once, and I hurt my knee, and then I almost did another time, and I got sick. So I'm still keeping up with trying to stay in shape and eat better. And my last goal was to design and sell a board game, and I have literally done almost nothing on that. So right now, my 3 goals look like a pretty big failure, but I'm actually very happy. So let's go through why I'm happy. Take the writing goal. I want to write and publish a novel because I'm 42 years old. I've been saying I wanted to write and publish a novel for decades, and I was doing nothing on it. I wrote a lot, but I didn't do anything with it. So when I put those 2 short stories out there, I was very much taking that first step. And to my surprise, I've gotten great reviews. People I don't know are leaving reviews on it. People are messaging me because they read it. And it's all been very cool. And then I put Winter's Myths up on the Kindle Vella, the new Amazon platform for serial fiction, and it's just taken off. And people are saying things on Twitter that I don't even know, and they're just tweeting about how they read this series, and it's awesome. And again, people are messaging me. And then I've been doing these YouTube videos every week, and people are messaging me about that, saying how much they enjoyed it and how helpful it was to them. All of this stuff, I couldn't imagine any of this 4 months ago. I thought, all right, I'm going to make this YouTube channel that's going to hold me accountable to my family and friends, and that's it. I thought I'd write some stuff, and again, my support would come from my family and friends, but it would be a Kickstarter for me, and that's all I was looking for. Just something to kick me into gear and start moving forward. I had no idea that it was going to be so, I don't want to say successful. It's new, and I'm not where I want to be yet. I have a lot of hard work yet to accomplish. But that it was going to just go so swimmingly, that people were really going to take to my stories and enjoy them. And I wouldn't have known that. I could have went to 43 and 44 and 45 years old and never known that, because I never would have done anything with it. And like almost everybody out there, I have those self-doubts, and I have that imposter syndrome, and I still do. It's still there. I still think this is all going to fall down at some point. But I'm doing it. I'm finally doing the thing I wanted to do. In terms of the 5K, I've got a long way to go, and I haven't run in a couple months now, and I need to get back into gear with that. But I'm staying healthy, and I'm staying focused, and I want to accomplish more with that. In fact, I'm going to make big changes to this YouTube channel. When it started, it was all about the 3 goals, and it sort of shifted to just being about writing, and I don't like that. So what I'm going to do is change this channel to Gage Greenwood Writes, and I'm going to start a second channel called Gage Greenwood Runs. and I'm going to hold myself accountable on that running goal. And this is the big thing that I really wanted to talk to you guys about, is the adaptability of it. I wanted to write and publish a novel as a goal, but really what that goal was saying is I want to be a writer. And now I'm writing and I'm doing it. It's not a cop-out. I'm not saying this is all I'm going to do from now on. I still want to write the novel and publish it. I want to write many novels and publish many of them. And I want to keep going on this serial. But at the end of the day, the goal is I want to be a writer. And right now I'm writing and I'm publishing and I'm putting it out there. And I feel great about that. I really do. Even if nobody was reading it, even if it was just sitting at the bottom of the line and not getting any reviews and not getting any comments and not even having my friends and family read, just doing it feels so good after so many years of saying I was going to and then not doing it. In terms of the running, I ran in my first 5K. That's so awesome. For so long, I've been like, that'd be so cool to run a 5K. It'd be so cool to run a 5K. And finally I did it, and it felt great. It didn't matter that I was 8 minutes off my time. It felt so cool to do it. And I still have plenty of months to go to get to that goal. The board game, the reason I've done so little on that is because I don't want to be a board game designer. I just want to make this one game. And I think that's why I've been so easy to slack off on it. But again, I'm not copping out. I still plan on accomplishing that goal. I just need to figure it out a little better. It's more of a difficult task to make the board game because, like I said, I don't want to be a board game designer. That's not a future goal that I want to keep doing forever. I just really like the idea for this game that I have, and I think it would be a great product for people to have. So I want to make it for them. My point in all this is when you're setting your goals, you're going to be specific and you're going to want to put them in ways that you can accomplish them, sure. But I don't think you should get mad at yourself if you don't quite hit them or you go in a different direction. I think the key is just continuously moving forward with what your dreams are, and remind yourself every day, this is my dream. This is what I want to do. This is who I want to be. What can I do to get there today? What can I do to take that next step? Because for me, when I started, I got easily frustrated and easily down on myself for not getting anywhere. Then when I started to really just make sure I was holding myself accountable for these YouTube videos, I was doing more. Even this week, it's been a crazy hectic week. The holidays just happened. I've got the New Year's Eve to plan for. I have a YouTube I'm going to be on as a guest today. I've got chapters to write and a novel that I'm starting to work on. And I didn't really feel like making this YouTube video. But I made it a goal that I'm going to make one for every Thursday, and I'm gonna make it. And I'm gonna sit here and I'm going to push myself. If you wanna be a writer and you wanna make your dreams come true with that, if you write a couple sentences every day, you're writing, and eventually that's gonna pile up and become something. It doesn't matter if it takes a long time. What matters is that you're just doing it. Because it's very easy to tell yourself, I don't have the time right now, I'm not gonna start at all. And I don't think that's the way to do it. A couple of weeks ago, I did a video on starting publishing on Kindle Vella with a $0 budget. The reason I wanted to make that video is because I know what it's like to not have a lot of money and to not have a lot of free time and to tell yourself, this isn't the time for me to do it. I don't have the time to do this right now. I don't have the money to do this right now. You do. But you have to do it at your own pace. It'll be different than mine. It'll be different than everybody else's. And you can't compare yourself to the other authors. You have to say, this is the dream that I want to make happen, so I'm going to do it, no matter what. I didn't start with a website. I didn't have an email list up yet. I didn't have a cover design. I made my own cover. I didn't have anything. I started on a $0 budget, and I just did it. And now, because it's working, because I'm doing this, I can afford to get those things going. And you do want to get that stuff eventually, but you don't need it immediately. Just get started. Just start writing. Have your friends read it and edit it for you and critique it. And then ask yourself every day, what am I willing to do to make my dreams come true? Look, I hate TikTok. I think TikTok is an awful platform. It's not designed for me. I'm not the target audience. When it came out, it was geared towards younger kids. It's for them. I'm an old man. But you know what? There's a lot of people older than me taking advantage of that site right now and bringing in a ton of readers to their book. I don't like TikTok, but it's a tool. And there's nothing I won't do to make my dreams come true. So I'm gonna learn how to use the platform that I hate, because I want to bring in readers to my story. I want to be a writer. I want to find my core group. And the only way I'm going to be able to do that is to work hard and sometimes do things I don't necessarily enjoy. That's fine, I'll do it. I could sit here and say 2022 is going to be my year all day long, but it is or it isn't. It's not going to be a magic year. No year is ever going to be a magic year. I have to make it my year. I have to do everything within my power on my writing to get that novel out, to continue to write Winter's Myths 3 times a week, to continue to promote myself on every social media site that I can, to run, to eat healthy, to design a board game. And I refuse to give up on me. Do you refuse to give up on you? Because no one else is going to do it for us. We got to do it ourselves. 4 months ago, I sat down, I put a camera down, and I told myself, just make this YouTube video. 4 months ago, I didn't believe in myself enough to make anything happen. But I put the camera down. I talked to you guys. I embarrassed myself. And I said, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give myself a year to do this. It's been 4 months and I haven't accomplished much. And it's been awesome because I've accomplished so much. What are you willing to do to make your dreams come true? Go get it, and I will be right here cheering you on.